Greetings from the Skagit Valley. This fall, the People's Seminary is going to be offering a new course that we're calling Listening for Good News in Trauma Texts. You know, normally when I'm looking for good news in the Bible, I tend to gravitate towards the New Testament and scriptures like John 1, where the Word is described as being with God. You know, all things come into being through the Word, and then the Word becomes flesh in Jesus and dwells among us, full of grace and truth. And this Word is the one who shows us the true and total revelation of the Father, the Creator of the universe. And I think of, Jesus, who goes to the outcasts and recruits fishermen and tax collectors and defends people who the religious authorities would have rejected. And he dies at the hands of sinners, giving his life for his mission, which is a mission that continues because he's raised from the dead. And typically I go there and I don't go to these really difficult places that often I'm embarrassed by in the Old Testament. And I wonder, how can we find good news in some of these scriptures that seem to present God as almost like a perpetrator of violence or as a judge? Scriptures like the flood, where all of the living beings that were on the face of the earth were destroyed in this judgment, except for just a pair and of everybody and Noah and his family. Or I think of Sodom and Gomorrah, or the stoning of Achan by Joshua, and the conquest narratives, where God appears to fully endorse genocide of men, women, and children to help Israel, take the land. So many of these scriptures have been used to justify colonialism, genocide, violence. And how do we read these traumatizing texts and find good news in them of the God who is the same yesterday, today, and forever, who is fully revealed in Jesus? I want to work at finding good news in these hard places. And I invite you to join us. We're going to look at 10 different scriptures, and mostly from the Old Testament, but also some difficult ones in the New Testament. And we're going to be looking at these texts that I've often called toxic texts, and we're going to wrestle with them together until we can find good news. And we're going to be doing this informed by some of the best sort of teaching about trauma and the effects of violence and on people and on communities. Heidi Basley, a therapist in the UK, she's going to be joining us every week to be offering perspectives about trauma. So join us beginning at the end of September. Together, I think we're going to be surprised by what we discover.